always, will be rowdy because they've been gearing up since early this morning. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Red Raiders will put total leather to crank us up. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Here's the handoff. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense getting set for first down. They'll leave it with him. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight end and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Going to the ground. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
They'll try the right side. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
The give to the back.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium, territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
1st down for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Zings it complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll give it to the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Jacobs. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And how many 1st downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Keeps looking downfield. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it.
South Carolina, 7. Texas Tech, 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. He's looking downfield to throw. Got the quick pass.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What did you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Running it to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They think there's room to run to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Discards a man. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Scanning the field, it's Stone. Some heat on that completion. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
On the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raider.
Number 15 takes it.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 7 over Michigan State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. To the air, it's Sellers. Got his man quickly. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Caldwell. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. He finds his man, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He's looking to throw it. On the move to his left. On the run, fires downfield. It's complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll immediately call timeout.
South Carolina.
And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Looking to scramble. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
South Carolina.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback will audible. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Moving away from pressure. Got it on the outside. It's King. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. You run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
To the air, it's Stone. Fires downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires left. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Valdez. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Looking for a man. It's Stone. Steps away to find some room. Uncorks one to the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Moves around to clear up the vision. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Reels it in down the left side. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
There's just not very many quarterbacks that won't be successful that much time in the pocket. Goodness gracious. He read his chemistry notes. He took a test. He had all the time in the world. Somebody's got to get some pressure on him.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scored.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They take the lead with the 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Oh, it's a reverse. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run! try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on them.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Might be looking to run. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run, played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Back to pass, it's Stone. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Bully ball on third and short. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And the Red Raiders are marching down the field. Might as well give it to him again. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker and running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raider. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive.
And the ball slipped out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble and recovery? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. On the ground, it's Valdez. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas Tech 24, South Carolina 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run the jet sweep, trying to spread this defense out. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense gets the negative play on the jet sweep, and to stop that play, you've got to be good at the point of attack on the outside. DBs have to be able to beat their blocks one-on-one, and they did just that on that play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Getting some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Timeout, South Carolina.
The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Sellers. Now adjusting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Right down the middle. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They're going to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
it doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful. When you've got receivers with the speed that guy has, you really need to play with good eye discipline and know where the ball is at all times. Because if he outflanks you, he can take it to the distance.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Buys a little time. He's going to take off.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the Red Raiders get it past the sticks.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. They'll try to add another to their lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. To the ground with the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Dances away from one. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was